Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Mackey Motors postgame show here on 93.7 KKRL. Got Austin, Tigges, and the rest of the seniors here. Luke Hicks is going to join us here in a second as well. We're going to start off with Austin. Austin, great start for you out on the hill tonight. Evan Taylor, a really good hitter, got that single right away to start the ball game for them, and then you kind of shut them down. You wanted those low pitches. Looked like you were pounding the low part of the striking zone here early tonight. How did you feel out on the hill?
Yeah, Jeff, I felt really good, Just a base hit, from that first guy off bat. Didn't buzz me at all. I just threw strikes straight back down in and tried to work in hard again.
You've been in these situations before, pitched in a lot of big games for Kuemper. Any nerves coming into this one, or did you feel like you and the guys were pretty settled and pretty calm coming into this game?
Yeah, of course. We just felt pretty good about everything. We knew they were a very good team and everything, and we went out there and I told them, just calm and collected just like we have been all year long.
How did you feel on the hill? What was working for you? Because it looked like fastball and off-speed stuff was pretty good tonight.
Yeah, everything worked pretty good. I actually was very efficient, working everything in the counts. And just later on, they kind of picked up on me and scored a couple runs. But, yeah, my off-speed and everything else was working really good, too.
Were you kind of mixing things up for your out pitches, or did you have something specific you were trying to use tonight when you'd get two strikes?
When I got two strikes, I threw upper, in the count and stuff, or threw one kind of outside to see if they chase them and stuff. So.
Let's talk about the fact you guys got that run. Logan tripled right away. Blake ends up knocking him in. To always get a lead early kind of had to probably help you out a little bit going out there in the second inning on.
Yeah, of course, it feels really good. But like I said, I just got to keep working ahead and everything and keep pounding away out on the mound and everything. So.
1 for 4 night for you at the plate tonight. You had the base hit. Carter came in and ran for you there in the third inning, ending up scoring to give you guys that 2-0 lead. What did you see from Drew Taylor? How did you feel like you swung the bat against him here tonight?
I did all right. I didn't do the best of the night, but I think I still did all right. Put the ball in play.
I know disappointing for this season to come to an end, but what a great year that you guys have had and a great career at Kuemper. What are some of the memories maybe you're going to take away?
Just playing with the people on the field and being a family and loving each other and everything, picking each other back up and never letting each other down.
Well, Austin, I appreciate you joining us. I know it's not easy tonight. Great ball game out of you, and thanks for coming up.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate everything you do.
You bet. Again, Austin Tigges. We're going to move on now to Luke Hicks. And Luke, good ball game for you tonight. Got the start out at second base. You knew this was a team that was going to hit the ball well. Defensively, did you feel like you guys played pretty well? And what were you looking at with this team, and what were you kind of preparing for with how they hit the ball?
We knew they would hit the ball really well, so we did a lot of stuff at twilight, so we had late practices ready for didn't really get very late in this ball game, kind of went quick, but yeah, I think we were ready defensively. We played a pretty good game defensively. They just hit it where we weren't, so.
Looked like early you guys had them placed pretty well, though. I know there was a couple of fly balls that were one out at Cody, and he seemed to have a pretty good beat on it, one to Trevor. Defensively, did you feel like you guys had a good game plan going in?
I think we did, yeah. I think we kind of had our outfielders a little deep, but I know they're good hitters, so that's what we were expecting with some pretty deep balls from them, but, just didn't work out the best to our advantage, I guess.
What did you see from Austin and from Blake out there at second? Then when you moved over to short, when Blake come into the game there in the seventh, how did you feel like your pitchers worked here tonight?
I thought they did a great job on the mound. They were throwing pitches just like they needed to, trying to get balls hit to the infield and to the outfield, but their bats were just working tonight, I guess.
Luke, you picked up an RBI and a little pop-up to the shortstop that he wasn't able to handle there in the third inning. How did you feel like you swung the bat here tonight?
I don't think I swung it my best. I've been struggling for a while, but I put it in play. That was my goal for the night, and got lucky enough to pick up an RBI.
What's it like getting to play in a game like this? You knew this was a big game. You guys number 1 in the power index according to Varsity Bounds. They were sitting number 3 according to the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association poll. So 2 great teams squaring off against each other tonight. Had to be fun, even though you guys came up on the wrong end. These are the kind of games you look forward to, I imagine. Yeah,
I was really looking forward to this game. I knew it would be a good one. It's unfortunate that we had to be in the same district, couldn't meet later in the season, maybe in the state or so. But, I was looking forward to the game, and it was fun.
Luke, I appreciate you joining us here tonight, guys. Both you and Austin, thanks very much for coming up. We're going to go ahead and have those guys kind of slide out of the way here tonight. We'll get Blake Pottabaum and John Mayhall, the other 2 seniors, joining us here. And again, they've got to kind of switch the headphones and they've got to switch the mic here for the video record. So if you watch the video interview later, you'll get a chance to see him kind of sliding through and getting out of everybody's way and everything. And we're going to get Blake Pottabaum on the headphones with us first here. And Blake, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Busy night for you, especially at shortstop tonight. You made some awfully good plays out there. You had a really nice 6-4-3 double play that you started. How did you feel like things went for you defensively here tonight?
I felt like I was playing pretty well defensively. I mean, they were hitting it to me, and I was just trying to do my thing and help take on the mound.
Blake, you kind of knew that they were probably going to hit the ball pretty hard, and it looked like early in the game you were playing a little bit more up the middle, and they were kind of taking the ball to left center. You guys kind of adjusted on that a little bit as the game went on. Did you feel like you kind of got slidden into the position you needed to as the game went on there at shortstop?
Yeah, after I saw a few balls go to my right, I kind of figured it out and realized that they really like to pull the ball, so me and the coaches kind of talked and got me in the right spot.
A little surprised to see him hitting it opposite field or pulling the ball. I guess it was the lefty that Taylor that hit one over there, but otherwise seeing those guys pull it against Austin, because not too many people pull the ball like that against him.
Yeah, I mean, usually when he's pitching, I don't get a ton of balls, so it was a little change of pace compared to what the normal is.
Take us through that double play you were able to turn. You and Luke turned that really, really well. So take us through how that one played out for you.
I just tried to get a big hop and really just get it to Luke and let him do his thing.
Able to turn that pretty smooth. Did you know right away when Luke got it you guys were going to be able to turn that double play?
Yeah, I did. I've got a lot of faith in Luke, and we've been doing this a long time together, so I knew he could do it.
Blake, struggle for you a little bit tonight at the plate. You put the ball in play, just couldn't find the gaps here tonight. What did you see from the Taylor kid on the hill tonight?
He's a really good pitcher. I got to give him props. I felt like I barreled some balls pretty well. They just weren't finding holes, and I guess that's just how the game is sometimes. You had
that fly out to center your second time up. It looked like you really got a good piece of that one. What did you see, if you can remember the pitch that you saw on that one?
I think it was a fastball up, if I remember correctly.
Did you feel like you got all of it or a pretty good piece of that one?
I got a pretty good piece of it. I mean, I would have liked to see it get down, but I guess that's just how it is sometimes.
Blake, I tell you what, fantastic career for you and a great senior season this year. We appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. Blake Pottabaum joining us. We're going to get John Mayhall now onto the headphones here with us. And John, you come out your senior season, you get that starting job out in center field. You get a chance to play in a big game like this. This, even though you came up on the wrong end of the stick, this had to be fun for you and the guys here tonight.
Yep, I was just glad to be a part of it all, along for the ride.
What was it like being a part of this team, kind of joining it here in your senior year?
I think it was just a lot of adapting and just getting used to more of the speed of play, since the last time I went out was freshman ball, so I'm used to a lot slower pace, but I think I adapted pretty well.
When did you feel like you got really comfortable out there and could see, I mean, it could look like you read the ball off the bat pretty well defensively, but when did you feel comfortable like at the plate with the different speeds of the pitchers and stuff, and even out in the outfield?
I think Spring League helped a lot with that, but more so about the third way through the season.
Take us through the outfield for you tonight. Didn't get a ton of balls in the air. You had some that were hit back up the middle on the ground, but how did you feel like you and the outfielders played here tonight?
I think we played pretty well. They were just hitting a lot of bloop shots and line drives that got down really fast.
What's the communication like with you and the other outfielders out there on some of those fly balls? You had a line shot to Kobe, you had one deep on Trevor, and he was able to get back. So as a center fielder, you're kind of in control of things out there. What was that communication like?
Yep, we're just supposed to help each other out, tell each other back, or in, and just help find the ball.
Do you feel like you guys got a pretty good rapport as the season went on?
I think we got it down to the tee by the end of the season, and I think they'll do really well next year.
Swinging the bat really well towards the end of the year. You had some big hits late in the season, drove in 3 the other night in that ball game. How much more comfortable were you at the plate late in the game than you were here early in the season?
A lot more comfortable, just because we've been working on it a little bit more and then just in practicing well.
Well, John, I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congratulations on a terrific senior season, not just in baseball, but in your entire athletic career.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. John Mayhall again with the Kuemper Knights. We've got head coach Randy Snyder making his way up here, and he's going to grab a set of headphones, and we'll try to get him on them as well. He's going to, of course, say goodbye to John over there, and we'll let him do that, and then he'll work his way in here. And Randy, there's 2 sets of headphones there. One you can throw on your head, and the other one that you'll have to grab and hold on there, and there you go. Coach, appreciate you joining us here in the post game tonight. We apologize for the loss here tonight. Not the way you wanted things to go. I'm sure those first 5 innings, getting up 2-0, was what you wanted. But what an effort out of your ball club here tonight. Doug and I both kind of said you guys didn't beat yourself tonight. The Panorama just made some plays late.
Yeah, they put some balls in play, spoiled some really, really good pitches by Blake and also by Austin. And just made us grind more at the mound. And they got that little flare on the right field, and that Taylor kid's just a good hitter. I mean, it's just the way it is. We tip her hat. There's no disgrace in losing when you do it the right way. And, just because you lose, we told the boys, doesn't make you a loser. It's just, that's part of the game. That's baseball. It's a cruel thing sometimes, but you got to hold your head up. You got to keep moving on.
What'd you see from Austin early in the game here tonight? Really kind of cruised in the way through 5 innings.
Yeah, he had good command of all 3 pitches, good location. His secondary pitches were darn good, and our guys were making plays. We weren't counting on guys striking out all the time, and in their bottom, their lineup did more for them than we really thought that they would, and a good ball club will do that. So couldn't be prouder of our guys. We talked about it out there. Everybody's crying. You're in there with the right group of guys when it all means that much to them, and nobody points any fingers. This time of the year, we invested in everybody. They invested in us, and we're very proud of the program that we've got going here. And we just tip our hat to Panorama. And they were better than us tonight. That's the way it is.
Coach, we said kind of going into the bottom of the 5th that the top of the 6th was going to be important for you guys. Their top part of the order was coming up. If you could have squeezed through that, maybe still holding on to the lead, but they were able to tie you. I thought the critical thing as well was the Winecott's hit as well that drove in not just a tying run, but it allowed them to get Evan Taylor at the top of the order up in that 7th inning. I thought that was kind of the turning point maybe in the momentum here, if you want to call it that, here in this game. Yeah,
the 9-hole hitter, he just gave us fits, and he ground, and I think we ended up walking him too. But, they just did their bottom of their lineup really just prolonged innings. And, when the top rolled around, their first 5 guys can really rake. So, they did a good job. Like I said, I'm very proud of our guys. We made great plays. First 5 innings, it's probably the best. The whole game was a damn good baseball game, high school baseball game to witness. But, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. They're going to move on and play Clarinda. And, we still get a host here. We still get to watch it all, and I'm excited about that. Probably not as excited I would be about coaching it.
Right.
But we tell our guys, that we told them that, just keep their heads up. And, like we said, life is not always fair. You're not going to get what you want, and nobody can give us everything you want. You just got to keep going out and doing the best you can and being the right kind of person. And like I said, they're having 20 guys and 4 adults crying all out there. You're in with the right group of guys when you see that kind of emotion and that kind of an investment.
Both pitchers tonight that started the game pitched really well. Both coaches go to a different guy in the 7th inning. How much did pitch count throughout this game maybe play into that for both of you guys, do you think?
Well, Austin was really efficient. He was only in the 50s, when we pulled him. We just thought going the 4th time through, probably should have been the 3rd time through again that we should have pulled him. But, Austin was being really efficient, and we were getting ground balls, and balls were put in play, and you try to keep it off the barrel, but they got guys that can really hit the ball, like we said already, and we wouldn't do it any other way. We just like to miss the barrel a little bit more.
Coach, you finished 21-7-1 on the year. A heck of a year for an outstanding baseball team. I know not the way you wanted it to end, but you got to be proud of a second-place finish in the Hawkeye 10 and the way this team was playing late in the season. We developed a lot of arms. We started in January or early February. We had good attendance. The guys really worked hard. Unfortunately, we had some injuries. Nate Heinrichs goes down with a broken arm, and he was our middle guy, and nobody feels worse than him, but he's just a junior. He'll come back next year, and I guarantee you he'll be a dude for us next year. But injuries, nagging injuries, some of those things, that's just part of it. That's the unfair thing. Right.
But we have a great group of underclassmen coming. The freshmen really look good this year, and, we have the capabilities of putting together another big 4 arms, we feel, next year coming through. And Coach Bach, we'll be working with them and with our pitchers and catchers as soon as we can clear the first of the year. So very happy with our program, very grateful to my coaches, Coach Lejano, Coach Bach, and Coach Snyder for all they did for us and the dedication they showed to the kids at Kuemper and the commitment. So although I'm sad that we lost,
right,
Jeff, it's a big picture. We got I'm excited to see what our seniors are going to do with their life now.
Right. Yep.
And I'm excited about what our guys coming back to school can do if they set their mind to it.
Well, Randy, we'll talk a lot more about that senior group and all the kids as I'll schedule a postseason recap interview with you sometime next week. But appreciate you coming up tonight. Congratulations on a great season, and thanks again for coming up.
All good. And we know, it was a very good season, but somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, Jeff. And, we've been there enough to know that we should be grateful for what we have and be gracious to the ones that do win, too.
Absolutely. Head coach again, Randy Snyder, again with the Kuemper Knights. They fall here tonight to a final of 5-2 to Panorama.